From San Antonio's own Ken's 5, this is the news at 5.
Breaking news now at 5. Multiple brush fires in South Bexar County and northern Atascosa County.
And tonight, families are being forced to leave their homes as those flames burn through neighborhoods. In fact, the Atascosa County Sheriff's Office says multiple agencies are now responding to house fires tonight that is taking place in the area of Old Pleasanton and Big Leaf Roads.
And in Bexar County, officials initially reported flames near I-37 and Southton Road around noon today. But after hours of fighting, it is contained. Wind gusts topping 40 miles per hour are playing a big factor in these fires. Right now, the evacuation order covers nearly a 2 square mile area.
Take a look so you can see the radius of that area includes Southton Road, Dunnup Road, Strike Road, and Old Corpus Christi Road. As we said, the fire is contained. However, the evacuation order has not been rescinded yet. We have team coverage tonight. Bill Taylor and Roxy Van Rooten are in the studio now monitoring wind and traffic conditions as we speak.
Sue Kalberg is live in southeast Bexar County where firefighters are keeping that fire under control. And Zach Briggs is right on the border of Bexar and Atascosa County lines where several homes are burning. We begin with you, Zach. What are you seeing? Now at 5, we are following several top stories across San Antonio tonight. First, a father and son arrested in connection to the murders of a pregnant teen and her boyfriend. Ken's 5's Zach Briggs is digging deeper into the case as the suspects face new charges. But first, San Antonio Fire Chief Charles Hood forced out for making vulgar and demeaning comments about women. Andrew Moore spoke with Councilman Manny Pelaez about what comes next. And Andrew joins us now. Andrew? A shooting rampage across central Texas. 6 people dead and 2 officers and a 3rd person injured in the attacks, ranging from Bexar County to the Texas Capitol. This is the man police are holding responsible, 34-year-old Shane James. He is facing capital murder charges. Officials say he was involved in a complicated series of events that spanned about 8 hours. At 10:40 a.m., police say a school resource officer was shot in Austin. As the day progressed, more shootings and killings continued until the suspect was caught about 7:15 p.m. 30 minutes later, Bexar County deputies found the bodies of who they believe were the suspect's first 2 victims, his parents. We have team coverage tonight. Isabella Bosco is in Austin tonight, learning more about the victims there. Andrew Moore is in northeast Bexar County with the latest on the bodies found there. But first, we begin with Megan Reyna at the Bexar County Sheriff's Office. And Megan, Sheriff Salazar just gave us more information on this whole timeline. Our top story now at 5, a high-profile trial involving 3 former San Antonio police officers will now have a new presiding judge. Eleazar Alejandro, Alfred Flores, and Nathaniel Villalobos are charged in the shooting death of Melissa Perez. The 43-year-old was reportedly suffering a mental health episode when she was killed last June. The trial was set to start this week, but now the judge has been removed from the case. Ken's 5 reporter Megan Reyna was inside the courtroom when the judge granted the motion. And Megan, what does this mean moving forward? Our top story now at 5. The family of a man mauled to death by a dog is filing a federal lawsuit against the city of San Antonio and city attorney Andy Segovia. 81-year-old Ramon Nahera was killed in a gruesome attack in February 2023. The lawsuit states the dangerous dogs were previously identified by city authorities as a significant threat to public safety. Ken's 5 Simone Simpson was in the courtroom today as Nahera's wife took the stand. Simone. Now to our other top stories. A Circle K is left with a huge gaping hole on the side of its store. Police say all of this was caused by a suspected drunk driver. It happened on the northwest side this morning when police say the driver rammed into the store at Connie Mack and Eckert Road. At least 1 person who was inside the convenience store was rushed to the hospital. Ken's 5 reporter Zach Briggs has more from the scene. Now at 5, we are following your other top stories here in San Antonio. First, 80 special needs patients are back in their rooms after fire forced them out. Officials say the flames broke out about 10:30 last night at the Regent Care Center of Oakwell Farms on Lawrence Lane near Harry Wurzbach. Officials say greasy rags in a box in the kitchen started the fire. A suspect is on the run after shooting a man at a downtown bar. Police say the suspect and victim got into a fight outside the Hang Time Bar and Patio on Austin Street about 2 this morning. The victim was shot once. At last check, he was in stable condition. Police are still trying to piece together what happened. An argument over a sonic order ends with an employee dead. Just into the newsroom, police have released new images of the two people they're looking for in connection to the shooting. KENS 5's Simone Simpson has the latest on the investigation. Simone.
Trying to hold it together, which is something that we have to do every day.
Why did this happen? Why did this happen to us? Why did this happen to me? Like, why did this happen to these kids and teachers? Like, it's still there.
We have good days, we have bad days, but just being able to talk to someone here is helpful.
I picture the hallway and I just start shaking.
Justice hasn't been served. Until that day comes, we'll keep on fighting.
I'm trying to remember their names and to bring awareness to that and make sure that everybody still remembers that day.
A day of remembrance in Uvalde tonight. Good evening, I'm Jeremy Baker. Thank you for joining us. Now at 5, we're honoring the 21 lives lost and the entire Uvalde community impacted by a tragic shooting. 2 years ago, 19 students and their 2 teachers were killed inside Robb Elementary. Since then, victims and their families have turned into activists fighting for justice and accountability from the law enforcement who responded to the shooting.
I will be here until I can no longer be here, which means I will have to be dead. Or until...
New tonight, Brett Cross is doing another sit-out in front of the Uvalde Police Department today. He is the father of Uzziah Garcia, one of the 21 people killed in the Robb Elementary School shooting. Since then, Cross has been challenging the police department, demanding accountability. Last night, Cross and several other families called on City Council to reject a recent third-party report paid for by the city, which declared officers should not be blamed for the deaths of the teachers and students. Today, Cross is demanding for more officers to be fired for their response to the shooting.
Landry, Martinez, and Canales. Those are the 3 officers that were in the building in the first 11 in that building, and they didn't do anything.
Months after the shooting, Brett Cross camped out at the Uvalde School District office for 10 days, demanding the removal of resource officers who responded to the shooting. He says he started today's protest at 11:33, the same time shots were fired inside the school on that tragic day.
And our KENS 5 crew got exclusive video of life-saving rescues from the Texas-Mexico border. Our cameras were there the moments Border Patrol agents rescued 2 men struggling in the waters of the Rio Grande while trying to cross into the U.S. But despite the treacherous journey to get here, Border Patrol officials say hundreds of migrants are still coming every day. Now, I was there to get behind-the-scenes look at the dangers these migrants are facing and the agents who work around the clock to save them.
Is not admitting guilt, but he is not offering a defense. Qatar's defense attorney told me that he will ask the judge for 2 years of probation. However, he could face up to 12 years behind bars. Either way, he's going to have to register as a sex offender. His next court appearance is scheduled for June 14th, where we'll learn the punishment. For now, we're live at the Kadena Reeves Justice Center. Troy Kless, KENS 5.
An update tonight. A family that had a tree come crashing down at them on the San Antonio Zoo has filed a $1 million lawsuit. According to the complaint, Crystal and Libido Rodriguez are suing the Zoological Society and Alamo City Arbor Care over injuries their 2 children suffered. The tree fell on the family March 15th, as many people were visiting for spring break, including the Rodriguez family, who was visiting from Temple. According to the lawsuit, the tree branch that fell weighed up to 2,000 pounds and caused serious injuries to the couple's daughter. The suit places blame on the zoo and tree maintenance company for not treating the tree. It also claims the incident will have long-lasting effects on the entire family. Just a short time ago, the San Antonio Zoo issued a statement that reads in part, "This was an unfortunate accident that was not caused by any action or inaction by San Antonio Zoo or its employees. We look forward to demonstrating that through the legal process." Developing now at 5, the search for the suspect wanted in a deadly shooting at Sonic expands to Austin. San Antonio police are looking for 17-year-old Adia Roberson. She's accused of shooting and killing Sonic manager Daniel Shrewsbury in the restaurant's parking lot on Babcock and Eckert in July. Police say Roberson was accused of stealing money from a tip jar inside the restaurant. When Shrewsbury followed her outside to take a picture of the license plate in the car she was riding, Roberson allegedly shot him in the chest. Police have already arrested the alleged getaway driver, Joshua Joseph. If you know where Roberson is, call Capital Area Crime Stoppers or San Antonio Police. New tonight, a woman is tased after officials say she led a Bexar County constable on a chase. The sergeant at the scene tells our crews the constable tried pulling over the woman for a traffic violation. Instead, she hit the gas pedal and led the constable on a chase for about 10 miles on the northwest side. During that chase, officials say the woman threw out a bag of drugs. She finally stopped on Lock Hill Road near Babcock. When officials tried to get her out of the car, they say she put up a fight and then tried to drive away again. So they tased her. She's now facing multiple charges. The Trump administration is reviving the practice of detaining migrant families with children. The ICE detention centers are both located just outside San Antonio. You're looking at the facility in Karnes City, which is east of us. The other facility south of San Antonio is in Dilley. The Biden administration used these sites to detain migrant adults. Now they're being equipped to house families with minor children. According to an internal government report obtained by CBS News, ICE detained the first group of migrant parents and children yesterday. New tonight, a couple of thieves are sporting some new outfits after they were seen stealing the clothes from Kohl's. Take a good look at your screen. New Braunfels police say these guys walked out of the Kohl's on I-35 carrying armloads of stolen clothing. It happened on June 29th. Once they made it through the doors, the men hopped in this mid-2000 Ford SUV to get away. Comal County Crime Stoppers is offering a $4,000 reward for information that leads to an arrest. Well, what a bunch of baloney. A woman was busted at the U.S.-Mexico border trying to smuggle a massive amount of bologna and prescription drugs into Presidio, Texas this week. According to U.S. Customs and Border Protection, the woman only declared a cooked meal during the primary inspection. But during a second exam, officers found 40 rolls of Mexican bologna, weighing nearly 750 pounds. They also found 280 boxes of prescription medications and more than $7,600 in cash hidden inside panels throughout the woman's car. She was given a $1,000 fine. And as for the bologna, well, it was all destroyed. Mexican bologna is prohibited because it's made from pork and could potentially introduce animal diseases to the U.S. pork industry. New video tonight shows a couple in North Texas stealing thousands of dollars worth of boots from Boot Barn. Police say they managed to do it by stuffing boots in the man's pants. Police say surveillance cameras caught the man stuffing 4 pairs of boots down his pants at one time. Police say the couple left the store and then came back 5 minutes later. They ended up stealing a total of 8 pairs of boots in one day, worth $3,700. Since then, the couple returned once more and stole more boots, worth more than $1,000. Officers were able to track them down and arrest them. They found multiple pairs of boots, ball caps, and clothing believed to belong to Boot Barn and Cavender's. Our favorite beaver is heading to North Carolina.
Yeah, but not everyone's too thrilled to see Buc-ee's. Why some in this community are saying, no thanks.
Well, Lego is unveiling its latest movie-themed set, and I'll just say, you're going to need a bigger table.
That's perfect. Yeah, the nearly 1,500-piece set based on the 1975 blockbuster Jaws. Lego features the main characters from the movie, including the police chief, Martin Brody, marine biologist, Matt Hooper, of course, sailor Sam Quint. It's going to also include the iconic Orca boat, along with a massive great white shark.
And the new set comes before the movie's 50th anniversary next year. And to mark the occasion, Lego released its first ever mini movie made from the new set, which you can see at the official Lego website. It includes all the iconic scenes from the shark attack at the beginning to the ultimate death of the great white. And finally tonight, Kerrville is writing a love story for the Swifties.
Yeah, this weekend, the Butt Holdsworth Memorial Library throwing a Taylor Swift fan fest. Swifties are invited to get bejeweled in your favorite Taylor-inspired clothing, hang out with other fans. There's even going to be a bunch of different activities while you're there. Hopefully you know the singer all too well, so you can name that tune.
Or if you have a blank space in your jewelry box, you can make your own friendship bracelets. The event is for fans 8 to 18. Now, if you're older than that, then you need to calm down. The event is this Saturday and starts at 2 p.m. Yes, my 28-year-old producer is disappointed.
Yeah, yeah, I know, right?
Oh,
She can pass for 18 easy. You should go, Olivia. I'll get you in.